Welcome back to another episode of 6 Minutes Apart. Today I've got Rowan, Lyle, Xander, and Connor here.
Hey, baby.
We've got some great stuff going on today. So thanks for tuning in and stick around for the entire episode. So, first off, we've got Disney reopening Disney World with new social distancing guidelines. Thoughts?
Well, Hunter, it doesn't really seem like a great idea, but, Disney wants money, and Disney gets what Disney wants.
Well said, Xander. Couldn't agree more.
Can we stop this bit?
I think it would be nice if we stopped.
Okay, well, I think it's kind of dumb that Disney's opening. I'm not surprised, but I think it'll end badly, and I think the people who, I don't know, and if you're going to be going to Disney during this time, I think you're kind of dumb. I don't know who would. And I think if people are going to Disney during the coronavirus, they probably would have gotten it anyway from going to the beach or something. Because, they're in Florida, and Florida's crazy. So I'm not entirely surprised. Connor, what are your thoughts?
What?
Are you paying attention?
No, sorry.
You should be. Disney's reopening their parks with strict in air quotes, because I actually don't know what they are, guidelines on social distancing.
Okay. How can you socially distance in Disney World?
You go on different part,
What? I feel like, do they have a cap on how many people can be in the park at once?
I would assume.
Because that makes sense. I don't know, I just feel like it's going to be hard to strictly enforce any sort of guidelines at Disney World.
Do you think the suit counts? Could someone in a suit, in the big, Mickey suits, do you think they could, hug you and that would still count? Because there's, a foot of, costume in between you? Right. It wasn't a rhetorical question. It was...
Bruh.
Yeah, so it's going to be opening July 11th.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's not for a bit.
Yeah, they've got some time, but they have announced when they're opening. So July 11th.
Wait.
Yeah, that's when
you said they
Magic
have a
Kingdom
time, but they didn't announce when they're opening. That does not make sense.
No, I said they announced they're opening July 11th.
That's... Oh, yeah, okay, sure.
Sure.
I mean, I thought I heard something else, but I am...
What did you think you heard?
I thought you said they don't have a time to reopen, they've picked a date to reopen, but they don't have a time. I thought that's what you said, and I was very confused, because that's a paradox.
Yeah, they're not sure if they're opening at 8 a.m. or 9 a.m.
Yeah, that's really... Because,
So they're going to limit the attendance and control the density. And they have guidance on physical distance. That seems relative and not going to be enforced too well. But,
yeah. I guess it's better than there being no rules, but I don't know. I feel like if they
there aren't any characteristics.
Yeah. If they really cared, the park would still be closed. But I don't think they really
care about something.
Well, they care about getting money and keeping their public image good. But see, they value the money over the public image, so that's why they're opening. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lyle, what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, Lyle.
I mean, I still wouldn't go even if it was social distancing.
I mean,
come on, really? Why would you?
Rowan's never been to Disney World.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. It's the only place I can get churros, and churros are really good.
Yeah.
But I have enjoyed it. I think I've been twice. Have we been? How many times have we been to Disney? Because once we were
really young,
really
once or
little.
twice, we went a couple times.
Yeah, and I
So
went
I have no
once for
idea.
my sister's birthday a few years back.
Let's
Yeah,
go
so
with 3.
let's go with 3 times, which is pretty good. That's more than I think most, which
And I gotta say,
I've been,
I don't
3 or
really
4
see what all the hype is.
Disney's cool though.
It's just
Disney's awesome. What do you mean?
But
Well,
it's
Connor-
just hot and humid all the time. And,
Well, I think
nasty.
it's a lot
Yeah,
of it is
it's
for
really
kids,
hot and
and we
humid.
are kind of getting older.
When do you guys go?
What?
We went in
When do you guys-
February.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
my
I'm
main
not-
issue is with the general climate of like Florida.
Yeah.
I don't really have an issue with Disney of like the park itself. It's
Just
more
Florida.
just the general Florida.
Like, do you know that when they since like the reason it's there is because when the park was being made, I think like Walt Disney or whoever he was talking with, because like the land there was all swamp, and so it was
Yeah.
super cheap, and so they had other people buy the land. So, because like no one would get suspicious that like Walt Disney was buying a ton of land, so they had a bunch of different people buy that swamp land that was super cheap, so they could make it into a park.
Interesting.
Smart business tactics, mogul moves. Mogul moves.
One thing I'm concerned about that I think could be an issue is if you think about, like, what about the people that planned vacations, right?
Yeah.
So let's say someone had a vacation to Disney planned.
What about the
Or
people who
July.
died? What about the people who died?
Yeah,
That sucks for them.
yeah, that's kind of
Sorry.
I mean, okay, no, but like, okay,
I'm making fun of you. I'm sorry.
no, hear me out. Okay, so the people who planned a vacation for, let's say, like July 11th, right? And they're like, well, coronavirus exists, can't go anywhere, so we'll just cancel our Disney vacation and get like a full refund or whatever. But then since they're open,
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to be having those like refund opportunities
I feel like
available.
you should still be able to refund your like go.
One would hope so.
Well, I feel
Who
like
knows?
normally you can refund your ticket to Disney. I would assume, but
Well, there's normally like a certain time in advance that you have to do it
I don't know then.
for most refund things because you can't just cancel the day before.
Yeah. But I feel like most
I don't
people
know.
would have canceled it already by now. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
like
who knows?
someone would say, someone might have thought that maybe things would be better by then,
Yeah.
so they don't cancel it, and then they're holding out, and it's like, well, things are bad now. Oh, and Disney just opened up, so we can't get a refund. I don't know if that's a thing
I don't
that's
know.
going to happen, but I can see it as being an issue. So, anyways, moving on. Lyle's favorite movie, Sonic the
That's a
Hedgehog.
great movie. I love that movie.
Half live action, half animated.
It's the last
Whatever.
movie I saw in theaters before quarantine.
They're making a second Sonic movie just for
Oh, yeah.
Lyle.
Yes! I'm
Nice.
very excited.
I'm not surprised.
Oh, please no.
You don't have to see it.
Yeah,
You know
Lyle.
that.
Yeah, like
Stop
come on.
hating.
Stop hating on
Well,
the
no,
Sonic
I'll
movie.
see it so I can hate on it.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Hey, at least-
one of those people.
At least you're
Aw.
contributing to the masterpiece that
Yeah.
is Sonic with
I
your
mean, it wasn't a masterpiece, but it wasn't bad.
Shut-
I mean, Ben Schwartz is just
Shut
funny.
your mouth.
Like,
That's true. Ben Schwartz.
and
I
same
do
with
like
Jim
Ben
Carrey.
Schwartz.
They're both
Jim
funny.
Carrey is phenomenal.
so it was a quality movie. Is that like all we're talking about? The sequel? 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
there's a
what are we
sequel, so,
hoping for
like-
the sequel? Like they already confirmed Tails basically, but like Shadow the Hedgehog, like come on guys,
Please don't put
he has a gun.
Don't put Shadow the Hedgehog.
Just-
has a-
okay,
he
here's
has
what
a
they gotta
gun.
do. They gotta make a full cinematic universe.
Yeah,
alright?
yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
feel
All
like
get
this was
multiple
going to happen
movies,
in the second
and
one.
then boom, bring them
Right?
together.
No, they're
Yeah.
gonna have a villain that's not Dr. Eggman.
Yeah.
Right? And then the post credit scene for the second one is Dr. Eggman finally gets back.
Okay, so-
and then he's the villain in the third one.
No, here's what I'm calling is gonna happen.
No, this is
and
gonna happen.
write this down. Actually, don't or do. No,
No,
you don't
I'm
need
gonna.
to
Hold
because
on,
this is
hold
going to
on,
be
hold on.
posted.
Why
No,
would
no,
yeah,
you don't
why-
need to because this is going to be posted on YouTube. We can find it again. So here is the exact plot. So it's going to start off with kind of like a slice of life with Sonic and the other two white people. No, wait, one of them. Fuck.
One of them is not white.
I just assumed that like since it was
Keep going.
Hollywood is bad, guys, but maybe sometimes not. So Sonic is hanging out with his family. And don't they have a bunch of animals? Like, is Sonic an animal technically? Like,
Yes, he's a hedgehog.
but like, what do you say?
he's a hedgehog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
he's
he's like
Does
he's
he,
like
have a
he's like
litter?
he's
What?
like an
Does he-
are
you
anthropomorph.
Does he
not
use the
Tanner,
toilet?
Tanner, are you not making
Does
the
Sonic
argument?
use the
Tanner,
toilet?
Tanner, are you not making the
Connor,
argument that
does
animals aren't sentient?
No.
No animals are. So you're
not
saying
what I meant.
animals
That's
and
not what I
plants are
meant.
basically the same thing.
Connor, you're putting words in my mouth. You're putting words in my mouth.
I said he's a hedgehog, and you said, but he's sentient. Like those are mutually exclusive.
I meant more that like he's
What?
he can communicate. He's like
Keep going.
he's on a
I don't
higher
care.
level of speaking.
Oh
So
my God.
let's just not. So anyway, I haven't seen that movie in a while. Sonic. So it's gonna start off with a slice of life where they're just chilling, they're vibing, and Sonic is just
Sonic and the racially diverse people.
Yeah, exactly. And he's hanging out with the town. He's happy, and like the old man is like, "I was worried all along," and they're like, "Okay, boomer." And then it's gonna like cut back and forth a little bit between Sonic and actually Dr. Robotnik, and it's gonna be a little bit of him like surviving and exploring. We're gonna get like a few snaps of that, and so then Tails is gonna show up and he's like, "Hey, Sonic, there's this big bad evil that we have
Tails
to
is a
defeat."
boy.
I think.
Interesting. I don't know Sonic or anything. Just to preface.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Hunter, look this up. I actually don't know what
I'm
Tails
like-
gender is.
No, I'm writing down what Xander's saying.
Okay.
Hunter, we're actively recording it. Why would you need to write it
Someone
down?
needs to take the minutes.
I'm writing it down.
So Tails is gonna show up and be like, "Hey, Sonic, my guy, there's some bad people, and like you are like blessed or something."
The chosen
shit.
one.
Yeah, you're the chosen one. You gotta help us feed. And Sonic's like, "No, I'm hanging out with my new family, my bros."
racially diverse family.
Yeah, you already made that joke. I'm sorry. I make mistakes. I'm kind of a dingus.
We literally have a word-for-word record of what he's saying. Why would you write it down?
Irrelevant, Connor. And Sonic's like, "I don't want to." And Tails is like, "But you gotta." And Sonic's like, "I don't want to." And Tails is like, "But you gotta." And Sonic's like, "I don't want to." This is word for word. This is exactly gonna happen.
This
Tails is
is- this
like, "But
is
you gotta." And then there's a big bad evil thing's gonna show up and like crush half their house or something. So, and like Tonic, Tails and Sonic, and Sonic.
They merged to one being.
That might happen. And no, Sonic is gonna be like, "Oh well, I guess I got it now." And then it's gonna cut to Dr. Eggman and him like surviving, and then he's gonna like find some magic egg or something. And so like evil is also gonna be on that other planet.
No, he already became. He shaved his head. He's already become Eggman.
But that's not in the comic, and not the comic. In the game, he's Eggman because he's fused with an egg by accident.
but I don't think they're going exactly.
I think they are fusing Jim Carrey with an egg.
Maybe.
Anyway, that's gonna happen.
That would be
Maybe
Jim
not
Carrey's
this-
Oscar nomination.
I-
When he gets
I-
fused
I-
with an egg.
And so then the evil guys are gonna be there, and him and Dr. Robotnik are gonna like work out, like, we should break in, and they both hate Sonic, and so they're gonna
Why
bond
is-
over that, and then they're gonna break. I don't know, man. And so then Sonic and Tails work together, and there might be something about the Chaos Emeralds. I know that's a thing. There's gonna be the bad guy's gonna be really edgy, like really, really edgy.
Like
So
wrist splitting.
like Shadow.
Maybe like Shadow the Hedgehog, because like maybe like Shadow, maybe like I don't know. Some
you
of the
just
other.
really want Shadow the Hedgehog to be
I
in
want
this?
Shadow
Oh
the
my
Hedgehog.
God.
He's so funny. He's so dumb. He's just edgy. Like in the intro to the intro to the Shadow the Hedgehog games, there's a cutscene where he just kills Sonic. Like Sonic is just like no, and Shadow shoots him in the back of the head. I am not joking. That actually happens.
Well,
Like I don't know. I kind of want that to happen.
oh my God!
Shadow just shoots Sonic. That would be so funny.
It's a
Keep going.
children's movie.
But
Oh, speaking
For
of
how long?
speaking of children's movies.
no, we're not talking about our
But
gods.
it's
No,
all right,
no.
fine. We'll save another episode.
Yeah, so that was my rant. That's gonna happen. And in the end, Sonic and Tails merge together to become Tonic. And they
the
defeat-
ultimate.
And Dr. Robotnik and an egg merge, and then they have to fight, and it's epic. Yeah. So now
And then at the end, in the post-credit scene,
You're gonna-
they go to a bar, and the bartender says, "What do you have?" And Tonic says, "I'll have a gin and tonic." And then it'll just.
I think they're gonna split after that, though. They don't merge together forever.
Xander,
No.
respect the joke.
Eggman's gonna split because he's an egg.
Don't eggs crack though? Not like split.
Yeah, what?
Like that
I'm
doesn't make
ruining
sense.
it.
Oh, well, like, yeah,
If you fuse with a banana.
If you can like split like the yolk and the
Oh,
whites.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's gonna be like, oh god,
Yeah.
that's so gross. If he was a banana, though, that would make sense. Like he splits.
Yeah.
Banana split.
Ha 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 ha
So that was fun. Ignore.
Why is it called banana split?
Because it's split in half.
Oh, that makes sense.
ha.
Nice.
Bruh.
Yeah.
All right. Any other thoughts on Sonic 2 and the potential plot?
No. I think Xander really covered it.
Yeah.
Sonic is
yeah.
gonna commit more genocide.
I think they should hire you as the writer.
Yeah, Xander, you should be hired as the writer. of
I
Sonic
should.
Action.
No, I should. No, only so I can meet Jim Carrey. I'd be like, hey, you're cool. And he's like, yeah.
He's like, alrighty then.
He does the weird Grinch face.
It's so good.
No, it's like a whole story of like him teaching me how to do the Grinch face. It's like this weird. Oh god, I can read this on Wattpad. Oh god.
Alright,
Let's move on, please. I think Sonic brings out something weird in me. Like something evil. Maybe I'm Shadow. Holy shit. I should voice act that.
Hunter actually wrote it down.
Yeah, he said he would.
Oh man.
Although he paraphrased a little, I think. But...
The whole thing.
So moving on.
Alright.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, so segueing.
We already did that bit.
So we'll throw back to last week if you haven't watched it.
Segueing.
Better. So Yankee Stadium, the home of the Yankees baseball team. Again, for unaware, because I know that
God.
Go Mets.
or not
What?
very into sports.
I don't know.
Anyways, they are turning the Yankee Stadium into a drive-in movie theater.
Did you mean the Jets?
The Mets.
The Mez?
What?
The Maze? The corn?
Like
What are
Ed?
you talking about?
Rowan said, you said, like, you were talking about the Yankees, and Rowan goes, go Mets! Like, is that a team?
It is, yeah, it's another New York team.
Mets?
I don't know why
You've
you
never
would.
heard of the New York Mets?
No, I have not. It's the dumbest name I've ever
Xander doesn't
heard.
know sports.
Sorry I don't follow bad baseball teams.
Cutter, I hate sports.
So why do you know about the New York Mets?
I don't know.
I've heard you call the Nets.
The Nets?
And no, and they play a different form of baseball where basically when someone's there's one person on each team that just has nets, and you allowed to toss on people as they're running.
Or how about the bets where they just gamble? Like they don't.
Wait. Hold on. Did you say the Nets?
There's
Yeah.
a team called
The
what?
Nets?
Because that's a basketball team. That's
The
an
Nets.
actual.
What about?
No, the New York. No, the New York Bets.
The Brooklyn Nets.
They
What's
just
up
hope-
with New York and liking things that rhyme with ets?
I mean, what about Yankees? Does that rhyme with
The Yankees.
the Yankees? There you go.
Yeah, the Yankees.
Anyway, let's
The
keep going.
Yankees. So you were talking about the stadium, I think.
They turned it into a drive-in movie
Yeah.
theater,
Oh, that's pretty sick.
That's a pretty cool idea.
which is cool. I don't like the
because
Yankees, but that's a cool.
I mean,
thing.
because they're not using it for anything else, so like
Yeah.
it's a cool thing. I guess.
Might as well. All those millions of dollars that went into making it are, still use it.
Yeah. So what I was thinking we could go into talking about is, I know you guys might not know baseball too well, but there's a big, like, MLB's trying, the MLB, that's a baseball thing. They're trying to get baseball back as soon as they can, but there's a big dispute over contracts and money, and the owners don't want to budge. They want to pay the players very little, and a lot of the players are like, we got to get paid. And so now they're kind of at a standstill in which the season might not start. So, like, it's kind of weird.
Okay, I feel like out of all the sports, I feel like most of the major ones, okay, like compared to like say like soccer or basketball, like football, I feel like baseball can be like played with a minimum of like social distancing. You know what I'm saying?
Because you gotta
Like they don't even
tag
got
the people with the ball.
like okay, I guess, but like the majority of the game can be played with a
I mean,
decent
yeah.
amount of social distancing.
I mean, they would keep it safe. At least they would try to.
Well, they obviously
Uh,
wouldn't have like audiences in the stands.
It's better than like I don't know, insert game
Yeah.
where they're close together.
They wouldn't have. I think
like
the plan is
football?
Yeah,
would,
they're all piled together.
they keep
Water polo?
almost all of the teams in the same city, and they'd all play at the same stadium, so they wouldn't, and they'd all be tested and stuff. So basically, they'd be super quarantined within like a large collection.
Simply,
Yeah, that's, you know.
But
the
basically, the owners want a lot of them to take like huge pay cuts, like 70% pay
I feel like
cuts.
they should be being paid more if they're risking themselves.
Yeah, that's what a lot of them are saying.
That
They're
makes
like,
no
you know,
sense. Wow.
Well, they're not. They're making. Well, just the teams are making less money because there's
Yeah,
there's no
there's
crowd.
two arguments.
Yeah.
There's the argument that the players should be taking pay cuts because they just
Okay.
like they make the argument is either
Yeah.
players make enough money as is, they don't need more, and just
Yeah.
start playing baseball for God's sake. And the other one is that the owners are being greedy.
I think the
Trying to
owners
save
already
a
have
lot.
enough money.
Yeah, no. I don't care. I don't think they should be cutting players' salaries. I don't think any of the people in this scenario need any more money. But I'm just saying that like the
You're
reasoning
wrong.
behind that the owners have, I'm assuming, is that they're making less money. But like I think
Yeah,
I don't think anyone in these scenarios actually needs any more or less of this money. I just think that I don't know.
No.
yeah, agreed. It's it's like they could just meet in the middle somewhere because some of the players that would be making, I mean, they make a lot of money. I saw that some of the players that would be making like 35 mil are going to make like 1.5, which is still a lot of money.
How tragic.
That's so sad.
But like when you think about it from the owner's perspective, like the owners could probably pay that money. They can pay more than 1.5.
It's just like, I don't know, man. Sports.
Lyle,
Sports.
you didn't say about it.
Well,
Wow.
I don't know anything about baseball, nor do I really.
Well, you heard about the money. All right, with Rowan being our baseball specialist here, because he knows about the New York Mets.
Yeah, go Mets.
Which is obviously
What are your
engaged
thoughts?
for how well you do at sports.
Yeah, guys, I watch the Mets all the time. Like
Mhm.
I'm.
Achoo!
Home run.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay, so I have been watching Mets games from the 1930s, and let me just say,
Wait,
they
what?
are some of the most singularly exciting sports
Wait, this
games
is not a
that
bit.
I have ever seen.
Is this real?
I can't tell.
Were the Mets around in the 1930s?
I don't know,
I'm a
were
baseball
they?
fan.
I
I
don't
don't even know.
know. Were they?
I don't think they would have, but they might have been. When were they founded? They could have been 1962.
Let us know
So,
in the
Rowan,
comments if you think the New
what are
New
you
York
talking
Mets
about?
exist.
Just exists in general?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Okay. Vibes.
Let us know in the comments if you think, and therefore are.
What?
You
I
laughed,
think
it was funny.
But like rocks don't think, and yet they are.
I know, but I think therefore I am. A rock is a rock an individual?
It exists.
Yeah, but like you can just to call it a
A
rock.
rock can't say I.
Yeah.
No, but the rock exists the same as
But
I
it's
do.
the same as any other rock, right?
Yeah.
So it's not.
So
I'm
who's
We're
going
the
to make
same-
the
I'm
Dwayne
the
Johnson
same as-
joke?
and on a base level, I'm the same as everything else in the universe.
Yeah, sure. But like you think that puts you differently from the majority of the rest of the universe.
But like the rock exists too.
Yeah, but it doesn't think, so it's.
Oh no,
really different.
I was coming after. I'm not denying that we're different from rocks. I was just saying that like.
Well, you seem dumb as rocks.
Shut up! I was just saying like I think, therefore I am. Like yes, I am. I exist, right? But so does the
But
rock.
it's not saying you exist. It's saying you as a personality exists.
Well, that's stupid.
You as
Let's
an
keep going.
actually, no, I'm making this up, but
Yes,
that's what I'm
yes,
assuming
dude.
it means.
All right, whatever. Let's keep going.
What if
Personally,
it's saying that, like, since you think you can confirm with like no shadow of a doubt that you are actually existing? Because how do you know that rock
How can
exists?
you confirm?
The rock
without
might be
shadow-
part of the simulation, Connor.
What if it's a dream? How can you confirm without a shadow of a doubt that
Well,
you
if it's
exist?
still a dream, you still exist.
Well, if you can think, then you can
Right.
confirm that at least your consciousness that exists, and therefore you exist in some regard. However, the rock might not.
What do you mean? The rock? I can see that. I can
No, the
see
rock
and feel the
cannot
rock.
confirm its own existence.
Oh, but
So?
why should that matter?
It doesn't.
This
It's
might be
Okay.
philosophy.
This
Yeah,
might
well,
be a
philosophy's
simulation.
dumb. All right.
did you guys know that when the New York Mets play a game in the rain, they become the New York Wets?
Well,
It's the worst thing I've ever heard.
Guys, I've learned this through my extensive research on the New York Mets.
I don't think. Okay.
They also
Can we move
there's
on?
also another team called the New York Vets that just like treat animals out on a field.
Oh, they're not like
It's-
veterans.
it's like a
team
spectator
cons-
sport.
I thought they were a team with only
No,
veterans.
veterinarians.
Ah.
Yeah. It's like an operating theater, but you pay for it.
So,
All right,
can we move on, please?
I feel like we've exhausted this enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enough.
So the next thing is kind of a weird one. Not a weird one. It's kind of a sensitive one, but
Oh boy.
Jimmy Fallon a while ago
Oh yeah.
did blackface on SNL.
It was like
just
two-
recently apologized.
it was
for
like 2003 that he did it.
Oh, it was
Doesn't
fun.
make it better.
Yeah.
I know, yeah, but
That
he's
makes- I
only
feel like-
apologizing for it in 2020.
Oh, yeah, that's not good.
Why
Did
is he?
people just like forget about that? That's kind of a yikes.
Yeah, I hadn't heard about that.
Yeah.
That's
So-
not good.
That's kind of bad. I think we can agree. Ron, careful of the black and
I will.
brown.
It was actually Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel that both did blackface.
Oh.
Like Jimmy Kimmel played a basketball player, and Jimmy Fallon played Chris Rock
Ew.
for some.
Why does
reason.
the basketball player have to? Yikes! That kind of is bad, and I think we can agree on that. But
I mean,
Connor,
I already hated both of them.
what's your opinion on late night TV?
I hate late night. I
Why?
already hate it.
Why?
But
Why do you hate
It's so
late night?
pointless, and they're not funny. They're all just. It's so
I have some
stupid.
very good news for you about that.
I hate
Because
it
of the
all.
coronavirus, all of the late night TV shows, first they can't have an audience, and they're doing it all from home. So it's really funny because it's so bad. Because they'll have like their phone angle like right up their nose, and they'll be like, and here is my joke. And moving on, and they're just such bad YouTubers. It's
awful.
like, and like because of this, but some of them are actually doing good, like the Daily Show with the guy who's on there.
Trevor and Noah?
Yeah, Trevor Noah.
Wait,
he's
his last name's the first name?
I don't know.
Yes.
Alright, never mind.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Sure, but he's actually, he's kind of embraced the YouTube vibe that they're all on with, like, I saw this in a film theory video. None of this is my own work.
Was that the Jimmy Fallon one?
It involves all, yes.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, and he's like doing good, and so like their ratings, like both on TV and on YouTube, have gone up just because of this. So that might be like a hint to producers, Connor. You're gonna like this, to just like decrease the budget of late night TV shows because they're doing. Some of them are even doing better without the budget, and so and then late night TV's dying.
As it should.
Yeah.
As it should.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Rowan, if you have the ability to, and we don't get like copy striked or whatever, can we put
Copy
"Yeah" by Usher over that?
Well, we will get copy strikes, so no, I will
Wait,
not.
that's okay. I mean, it's not monetized.
All
right.
Until something becomes
For those who know the song, I want you to just imagine that
author's
was playing.
lifetime is
Yeah,
70
yeah,
years.
yeah. Just like
So
imagine.
That's from
Right.
the latest Disney push for extended copyright.
Yeah, I mean, if your estate chooses to renew
In
it.
case no one
yeah,
heard,
then-
because we were all talking over each other. Xander asked when does copyright expire, and it's the author's
No, it's
lifetime
like when
plus
something
70
entered
years.
public domain, but yeah. So anyway, I believe Hunter was out of move on, but I actually don't know because
Yeah, I mean, it seems like we exhausted. We said we don't like late night TV. That's about.
and
about
also
accurate.
blackface is bad. So,
Yeah.
All right, now we gotta talk about something that I have an issue with.
Uh-huh.
Mobile game ads.
Mobile
They are so
game ads.
stupid
So
and
dumb.
horrible
They're dingus.
and just downright like deceptive and just stupid
Predatory.
and poorly made. And I have a very big issue.
Yeah.
So if any companies out there listen to this,
Predatory.
just stop what you're doing and like do something else. Anything else.
Yeah, they're bad. I don't like them at all. I really hate because the new trend. Every ad is the same, where it's just this weird puzzle game of you pulling bars away. And I don't know why every
Yes!
mobile game has decided to do
I
this now,
hate
but
those.
all the ads are
Yes!
the same. And that's not even the
Like with the
gameplay.
fish,
Yeah. Or
the
like,
fish, and
and
then sometimes you get to play.
Yeah.
And like you have to pull the bars away, and it's really easy. And I
Yeah.
purposely kill the fish.
Oh, nice. Because like I think it's intended to go towards like younger audiences, like small children that'll just be like, buy the game, buy diamonds for $899. Because like it had the ad is like this puzzle that is incredibly simple, but the person in the ad always fails it. Because then this little kid is like, I bet I could do that, and then they get the game, and it all seems kind of predatory. Because you remember how like a couple years ago, all the mobile games were like era of war games, Dragon War, and like all of them was just this like very attractive like woman, just like, will you fight for me? And then like, and then displaying some random battles cutscene that is totally not what the game looks like. Like, I feel mobile ads kind of have like a trend, and the new trend is to just not be what the gameplay is, and to like lure kids in. It's all really predatory, and I feel like there should be some more like rules about like that kind of stuff, because like if a kid like gets hold of like their parents' credit card, they could actually cause some damage, and that's real bad, and it's kind of scammy, but it's like not scammy. And I feel like, I don't know, Apple, like for like the Play Store or the App Store should be like, hey, ads got to be better, but like, I don't know. I think Apple gets a cut of like all the purchases, so they're probably down for that.
You know which one? I saw this really weird ad the other day, right? So I started playing Plants vs. Zombies again because I just wanted to. It's a good game.
My favorite game.
Recommend.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of ads.
Yeah.
And there was one for
There
Mafia
used to be
City.
no ads. Used to be no ads.
Mafia City. Are you guys aware with Mafia City?
Oh, I know
Nope.
Mafia City.
Yeah. So, there's like a level 1 criminal, level
Yeah.
15 hitman, level whatever mafia boss.
No, boss.
And there was this one that was so weird. I just had to mention it. All right. So the level 1 criminal is in prison, right?
Uh-huh.
And then like this level 15 hitman or whatever, level 15 criminal, someone comes over to him and just shoves him a little bit. Okay? Just a little shove.
Little
A
shove.
tough guy like.
Uh-huh, yeah.
And the guy just like falls. It was not a big push. The guy just like falls backwards.
That's like,
And then over comes a level 30 mafia boss. All right?
oh, shit.
In the prison, he's got a suit and tie with 2 henchmen.
Oh,
Whoa.
dude. Oh, shit.
He comes up
Well,
and then he looks at the guy on the ground, the level 1 criminal, and he just looks at him. And it's like, do you want to join the mafia? He will give you everything. It's okay. So first of all, what is everything?
I think
Wait,
it's
hold
clear.
on. Is this an
And
actual
second of all,
game?
where did he come from?
Mafia City is an actual game.
Or is this like just the ads that have nothing to do with the game?
They probably have nothing to do with the game.
But
I
like,
don't
it is
know.
an actual game that you can
Mafia
download.
City is an actual game
Yeah.
you can get.
Oh,
It's
wait,
an actual
so who's gonna download it and take the hit for the team? Figure out what it is.
I won't. I like my private
I
information.
But okay, so here's what happened. So the guy, you then join the mafia, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it cuts away to the guy who pushed you being put into a prison cell with you and 2 other guys.
Whoa.
And the 2 other guys are beating up this other dude.
Dude.
And then
Whoa.
here's where the bad part comes in. It cuts to you with your back turned to the guy, holding a shank. And then it just fades black.
Oh no.
And that was the ad.
That's not good.
Yikes, man.
what?
That's just weird. I don't want to play that game. Although I'm tempted. Yeah.
Like, what?
I don't know.
Like, this is Plants vs. Zombies is a kid's game.
Yeah. I don't know, those zombies are scary. Whenever I lost a level and said zombies ate your brains, I got a little scared every time. 'Cause I like
How
my
many
brains.
levels did you lose? Because I only lost 1 on my playthrough.
Uh-huh, well, I lost -1, Hunter. Huh. No, I lost...
Then how do you know that they ate your brains?
Well, because I lost -1, but so, like, I unlost a level. So, like, I had to lose one first, you know?
Nope.
Well,
What?
yeah, I guess that shows that I'm streets ahead of you. Streets ahead.
I suppose. Makes sense.
Streets ahead. Yeah. See, a mobile game ads kind of suck.
Have you guys ever seen the Homescapes or Gardenscapes
Yeah, my
ads?
mother's obsessed with that game. She's well into the 2000s on Homescapes.
On the
And
level.
she's somewhere in between 1000 and 2000, I think.
2000 what?
Levels. She's well over, I think she's well over 2,500 levels in
played it a lot.
Homescapes. And she might be at 2,000 levels in Gardenscapes.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
The thing that always gets me with those ads is, first of all, it doesn't look like it's the actual game.
It's not. It's 100% not.
Yeah. But it's always like
Oh,
it
no,
shows
no.
you 2 different items that you
Yeah.
have to use, and you click
Yeah,
on
that's
one
not-
of
that's
them,
not the
and
game.
they both always
It's
fail, and it's
Yeah.
not
No,
intuitive.
the Homescapes and Gardenscapes ads have almost nothing to do with the actual game. It's like Candy Crush. It's a matching puzzle
Yeah,
game.
it's a match.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I suppose. Or like, I don't know, Bejeweled. It's a
Oh, what a
matching.
classic.
It's a matching. Bejeweled is
What a
the only good
classic.
mobile game, by the way. But no, it's a matching puzzle game where you go around and fix the house, the garden. The ads have literally nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Okay. But like, I saw this one the other day, right? And you're
Yeah.
stuck in an elevator,
Uh-huh.
and there's like a circuit panel, like there's like a, what's it called, like a wire box in there,
Yeah.
and it's like sparking, right? And so there's 2 different things that you could pick. You could either pick A, a lighter,
That
or B, a screwdriver. Which
Oh.
one do you pick?
The lighter, obviously.
nice. Letter, yeah. 100%.
Lighter.
Yeah, letter.
No, actually, which one do you
No,
pick?
because
The
you're in the broken elevator.
Make it
You light up
lighter.
the lighter, it'll make the elevator lighter, you'll float back up, you'll be fine. What do you
So
mean?
I picked the screwdriver thinking, oh, you can
What
fix
an
the wire.
idiot! Picking the screwdriver.
And apparently she
Are you
died.
stupid?
because it got
You can just-
electrocuted to death.
Yeah,
What's a
because why
lighter
would you-
gonna do that?
Xander just
I
told you
just
how the
told
lighter would fix
Come
it.
on, that would obviously. Although, why wouldn't the screwdriver have like a rubber handle or something? Like, why would you get electrocuted?
I don't think
Or you
when
could
they were
just
making
not
this
touch
ter-
the exposed
I don't
wires.
think when they
Yeah.
were making this terrible mobile ad, they were thinking about the logic of whether or not.
Like, if it's sparking, wouldn't it? I feel
Yeah.
like does stuff do that in real life? Doesn't it spark once and then it's broken? Like, an exposed wire isn't just gonna be shooting off sparks. It's just gonna be an exposed wire
that is electrocuted.
but it's not connected to anything anymore. If it's broken, if it's
And
exposed,
exposed. What do you mean?
like if there's no current.
If there's a
Well-
power line lying on the ground, don't go and touch it.
Well, I was going to, but if it's not attached to anything, it's
Okay,
fine.
If you completely it's not attached to anything.
Yeah.
If one end is still attached, do not touch that wire. You will
But it's
die.
not going to be shooting off sparks.
No, most likely not.
Yeah, unless you touch it. And then
There'll
you're gonna
be a
shooting
shower of
sparks.
sparks there, which initially
Yeah.
like breaks,
It
presumably.
doesn't make sense.
Well, you said okay. If you cut off both ends, so it's just a length of wire not connected to anything, then yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
But if you just cut the wire in half, presumably one or both sides.
I thought the
current
choices
running
would be like an electric fire, and you have the option between like water and like something else. I don't know, and oil.
through it.
Like don't put water on an electric fire or an oil fire or a gas fire or anything like that, because that won't help. That'll make it much worse.
Yep.
Have you seen those videos of the people who are like cooking and it lights on fire, so they dump it in the sink and then their house explodes? It sucks. You know?
Butter,
Mono?
butter,
Mono.
butter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just don't touch that wire.
Don't do
Yeah,
it.
Hunter, why
Hunter,
on
I
earth did you
can't
pick
believe
the screwdriver?
He's a screw.
How is a lighter
Use a
gonna
screw-
help?
I already told you.
Hunter, who would ever use a screwdriver
And so like,
to
so
fix an
I
elevator?
know but like, what if like a different scenario, like you're stuck in the elevator and you know you're gonna die because you're gonna get electrocuted because the other person who's dumb is gonna take a screwdriver, use the lighter, like you smoke something before you die, like that'd make it a little better. I think that could be reasonable. So yeah, I don't. think the
I'm
screwdriver-
still struggling to figure out how you're supposed to use a lighter.
Ooh, here we go. You use the lighter to melt down the screwdriver into solder, and you repair the wires.
No, you only get one. You only get one. You don't get the screwdriver.
Well, then you melt the wires with the lighter. You melt them back together.
Wait, where are you supposed to get the solder from?
No, front you melt on the screwdriver to make it into solder.
What?
No,
What?
I was joking. To be clear, I didn't think that was a legitimate solution.
I don't think-
Everything that has been said for the
okay.
past 3 minutes has been complete
Okay,
sarcasm. I don't
yeah.
think
If you can melt your screwdriver
With
with
a-
a
It's a
hand,
very
like big
powerful
lighter.
No, it'll just take a while. Eventually.
No, it won't.
Eventually.
The lighter will run out of fuel before that happens.
But hypothetically,
if you have a screwdriver made of gallium, if it doesn't melt in your hand first, then yes, you can use the lighter.
like that won't be helpful for repairing the wires.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
That's my point.
Yeah. So yeah, those ads are kind of lame.
Vibes.
Yeah.
Homescapes.
Yeah.
Alright.
Gnomescapes. You've been gnomed.
Alright.
Did
So,
you just make the
before we
eye
end-
message like do sound and then it comes in?
No, I did the gnome video that you've been gnomed. Then he goes, ooh.
I've never heard of that.
What the hell?
Okay.
All right.
Romeo and Juliet.
Alright.
It's a
Romeo
fine,
and Juliet, Sherlock Gnomes,
a great
starring Johnny Depp.
animated film.
Oh, I remember I had this genius idea of like in Romeo and Juliet in the sequel that they sang like a Rocket Man, like
Did they?
I'm not the gnome I think at home, but they did. They actually did that, and I came up with that on my own. Like, that'd be a funny idea. But in Romeo and Juliet, I think they actually sang Rocket Man. And I was like, what if they did that and they could say like, I'm not the gnome they think I am at home, because that's funny and it rhymes. But they did. They actually did that.
Well done.
I was plagiarizing, I guess, without even knowing it.
All right. Should we move on?
Before we end, we got
Should
one more
we
thing. to do,
segment
so-
change?
Should we
Seg.
segu?
Should we seg?
Seg.
So that's actually an actual
Segue.
segue because we're going to be playing a game called Connor Pronounces Words.
Yay!
I think
pretty,
we discussed
it's
it
pretty
last time when Connor was
It's really
incapable of
big.
pronouncing segue. So, Rowan, you should have a list of words,
I
right?
do, in fact, have a list of words. All right. So, Connor,
Ron, you're going to put these words up on screen.
I
right?
will. I will. For those of you watching the YouTube version, I will put these words up on the screen. But Connor, this is the
Yeah.
first word, the one that's bolded.
Squirrel.
No, the one.
No, the one above it.
Colonel.
Did you really say? You're joking.
No, it's Colonel. I know it's pronounced Colonel, but I decided to pronounce. I know it's pronounced
It's
Colonel.
Colonel-39.
But I decided to pronounce it Colonel because that's how it should be pronounced. Because why would it be spelled like that?
The English language makes no sense.
Yeah, why is there not an
All right.
R?
Well, the second word is squirrel, so we can move on.
Squirrel.
He's gonna know how to say the next word. He
Okay,
does.
all right. The words are getting a little bit harder every time.
That word is. Wait, am I supposed to be
You're
actually
supposed to be
pronouncing
actually
these?
trying to pronounce.
Oh!
Yeah.
I'm pronouncing how it should be pronounced.
Uh-huh.
Chwar.
You're supposed to do it the right way.
Alright, fine. I will pronounce these words the proper way, and then I will pronounce them how they're supposed to be pronounced.
Okay.
Alright? The next word is choir. It should be pronounced chwar. Alright.
The next one.
The next word is anemone, and that is okay to be pronounced anemone.
No, it's anemone.
What?
It's obviously anemone.
Anemone? How about anemone?
No, just anemone.
Anemone. Alright, I thought it was
What was the next one?
I don't have
You don't know how to pronounce this one?
Worcestershire.
It's Worcester.
No.
Right?
No, it's Worcestershire.
Worcester. So Worcester is it's Worcestershire.
What is it's sheer
The
Worcestershire?
sauce.
Yeah.
Worcestershire
Okay, so
Worcestershire.
it looks like Worcestershire, but it is pronounced Worcestershire.
Well, no, I knew there was a weird sauce, but yeah,
Like a steak sauce,
it
right?
should actually be Worcestershire. Worcestershire.
I think just
Nice.
Shire. Just Shire.
Just
Yeah,
Shire.
Shire.
Yeah, with the whole Worcester part.
Yeah, just be like that in the
All
hall.
right, I like it.
The
What's
first
next
half
one?
is silent.
Anathema. Did I pronounce that?
Anathema.
And that it should be pronounced anathema. Moving on.
I thought it was supposed to be anemone.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
That's not the right
It should be
just
pronounced. How? Okay.
You could have a field day with this one.
No, wait, hold on. I think that was fine as it is. Anti-disestablishmentarianism is how it should be.
Muzinarat
Nem
his ill bat cessiditina. That's how it should be.
Thank you.
Thank you, Xander. You're welcome. Or
Um,
should I say welcome?
Isthmus.
I believe it's isthmus.
Isthmus.
It's
Well,
like
Christmas?
it should be isthmus.
Like how it's like, I'm British.
I'm not.
Yeah, it's the sequel to Christmas.
Onomatopoeia. I'm not pronouncing that one properly because it's a bad word.
you don't know how to pronounce
It's onomatopoeia. No, I do know how to pronounce
Okay, thank God.
I know how to pronounce onomatopoeia because I did take freshman year English, but I refuse to admit that it's pronounced onomatopoeia because it's bad.
He skipped sophomore year English. Though.
Onomatopoeia. I did not.
Next one.
What? Synecdoche.
Synecdoche.
Synecdoche? Synecdoche!
It's synecdoche.
What? Why? That's stupid.
Synecdoche.
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 I like it.
I'm synecdoche.
SMA EP12. Oh, sorry. That's
Did you start the
That's Ron's episode.
Yeah, these are my episode notes.
Alrighty.
We should have a segment where we come up with the title, and then at the end, Rowan cuts out what we actually decide on. But then already.
But then, yeah, then we read the title already.
What's the point?
But like, what if they don't?
I mean, is anyone really listening to
But what if we don't put a
Oh,
title on this one?
I mean, we get like 8 viewers, so thank you to all of you.
Yeah, thank you all you 8 viewers. You're probably.
You know, maybe this week we'll get 9. That'd be
Maybe
amazing.
on our new channel? Question mark?
Oh yeah, we're on the new channel. We'll get like 2.
We've
But
been
thank you
talking
to our
about
2
that we haven't
viewers.
uploaded on.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, you just want the views for your channel. That's it, Rowan. God damn it. That's why. That's why you haven't
I feel like I'm
uploaded.
getting any money
Get 8
from
more
it.
views? Wow.
Wow.
Greedy.
8 more solid views.
You greed.
We got 28 on one once.
Which
Wasn't that like episode
Episode.
1 though?
No. It was like
Pilot?
our first one back from our long hiatus.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
everyone
pretty
was
cool.
like eager to see what we were up to now.
Oh yeah.
And
And then they're like, "Oh, nothing has changed.
Nothing.
Anything is
Well,
worse."
one of us is an idiot.
It's
And it's me.
Oh, bruh.
correct.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Do you have
right.
anything else on the
The
docket?
docket?
Yeah.
Well, actually, for the past
Okay.
3
How
weeks,
do you pronounce
we've been
crochet?
meaning to have a whole
Crochet.
segment on things to
Crochet.
do in quarantine.
Crochet.
But seeing as though we're running at an hour now, we've run over for the past 2 weeks. We've had to cut it for the past 3 weeks. So maybe just maybe next week we'll be able to talk about things to do in quarantine. And if we don't do it by then, we'll probably do it maybe before
Quarantine will be
quarantine
over
ends.
by
Who knows?
that point.
It's 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I was exaggerating for the sake of comedy.
Rowan,
It
we
is
didn't
called
tell you.
hype-
Sorry, we didn't tell Rowan that we're gonna take another year-long hiatus.
Yeah, sorry guys. It's our last one for a while. It's been really cool.
Didn't we do like 6 or 7 episodes last summer, and then we started with episode 8 or so,
Probably.
now?
I think so, yeah.
What if we
I
do
don't know,
segments of 7
Yeah.
episodes and then wait an entire year?
Wait,
No, wait, we did 6 episodes, right?
we should wait 6 months.
Oh yeah,
I have
maybe.
no idea.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I mean,
Hold on, wait, because that would mean that. Okay, I gotta look this up because I feel like we ended at our 6th episode before our hiatus.
So you remember how we were talking about not going over?
Xander, we're at the 46
Well, I
minutes.
know.
I mean, we don't really have an over.
Guys, the time slot.
We were just talking.
Come on,
the time
guys.
slot. The time slot. on
We
the
gotta leave
internet.
time for commercials, guys. Gotta
Yeah.
get
That
that
should
cash.
get sponsored. Okay, does this happen to anyone else? But I never, ever get mid-roll ads on YouTube. I have not
What?
gotten one in years.
Oh wait, hold on. You know what? Sometimes there'll be one ad on YouTube videos for a week or two. It's I've only been getting the same Alienware ad.
Okay, you're down. You're
just
downplaying
one
my,
ad.
You're downplaying my thing. I never even if I want to support these content creators by watching their ads, I just don't. I just can't. I don't
Do you
have.
ad. Do you have an ad?
No,
button
it's on my phone, and I'm I
Did
just don't get mid-roll ads.
That's so weird.
I get them before, I'll get them after, but in the middle, they
After?
you don't
You
get
get
ads,
ads after?
after videos.
You get ads after the video.
I mean, if you're
What?
going for
No,
one,
wait. You know, if you wait till the video ends,
yeah, you'll get ads.
it'll either if you have autoplay on like an idiot, it'll autoplay videos.
And
Or,
then an ad at
if-
the end or beginning of the other one.
But if you just let a video play all the way, you know how YouTube it just it puts a little rewind button to you can hit it and it'll start the video from the beginning again.
Yeah.
Before it shows you that, a lot of times it'll show you an
Yeah.
ad.
Really?
So
Interesting.
I just like Hunter, Lyle. Do you guys get mid-roll ads?
Yes, of course.
I don't really know. I get.
Okay, there you go.
I always get one or
I'll see
two
them.
before,
I'll see them, but I
and then if it's a really long video, I might get one, but hardly ever. And then I get one or two at the very end.
but I get none. Literally none. Well, I get ads before, but that's it.
Yeah, I
let
don't
us
get
know
many
in the
mid-roll.
comments what you think about if you get mid-roll ads.
Do we have mid-roll?
So I just looked at our I just looked at the 6 minutes apart uploading stuff. So we had a pretty good streak last summer, 5 weeks in a row where we were consistent, and then we took 24 days off. So it was July 3rd was episode 5, then July 27th was episode 6, and then we didn't come back until episode 7 in April or whatever.
Hey, 7th time's the charm.
So that would put us at if we're doing segments of 6, then that would mean this is our last one before we just disappear. But I think that we have.
Oh wait, if we're doing
Enough
segments
of a
of
lack of
6,
time.
that works perfectly because we're
Yeah.
6 minutes apart. We should put 6 months in between every season of 6. That's a great idea.
No.
So, anyways, if you don't hear from us for another 6 months, we're fine. We just made an executive decision behind
But
the scenes.
what if we do all end up disappearing after this, and some people are just oh, they're just gone, they'll be back,
They'll be
but we're
back.
actually dead.
You jumped from missing to dead.
Yeah,
real
are you
fast.
planning to murder all of us in the show?
No. No.
No, we're actually just all moving to Canada,
Why Canada?
and so then we won't be able to
Connor,
speak
if-
English anymore. So we won't be able to.
You do know if you
Right.
die, in Canada, you die in real life.
Right.
You don't. If you die in Canada, that's it.
Anyways,
Oh man.
All right, so I think that's going to be all for today. So this should be the first episode on the new channel.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So
That
Whoa.
runs
Yeah,
millions
make sure-
of views.
if you
I'm kidding.
if you like the content from today, give it a like and let us know in the comments so that we know that we're doing stuff well. And if you didn't like it, still hit like just for our own satisfaction.
YouTube.
But just
If
let us know what we
if
can
you
do
like
better.
the video, don't like it. Comment the word like, and do that.
Exactly.
I don't know if that helps us.
It doesn't matter. I see. Oh, so you're still following for views and like stats, Rowan. I see.
I may or may not have paid a group of people to.
To watch the video.
Yes.
Remember when we
that
said?
just loses
Remember
money.
when we said we weren't
How
going to
much
go
are you
over?
paying? I'm like 1 cent. You're like, that's
Connor, shut up. We're doing the outro now.